Hey everyone, and welcome to week 4. I hope you are doing well. I just wanted to do a quick update and talk a little bit about what we've been looking at in the last week and then look ahead to this upcoming week. So thank you all so much for your discussions on the legal discussion board posts. I'm enjoying reading those wrap-ups that you're posting now. These are issues that face all types of libraries, no matter if you're public, academic, special, corporate, whatever. And as you've noticed probably from, I've kind of picked this up in your discussion boards, but also from the lecture materials and the readings this week, that legal issues are not, there's a lot of, very cut and dry, black and white, but there's also a lot of gray areas too. And as a manager of an information environment, you really have to be ready to navigate those. So hopefully this give you a little bit of context for that. I also wanted to point out that I did see Rachel's post on this week's discussion forum about the textbook not completely addressing issues of patron privacy and intellectual freedom. I hear you, absolutely. I think this is one of the frustrating parts of having an older textbook is that it doesn't always, well, obviously it's not so current. And I'm hoping that the newer edition of the textbook will address these issues in more of a nuanced and contemporary way, because these issues related to privacy for patrons is important for us no matter what type of library we find ourselves in. And I do address some of these issues a bit in the week 4 lecture. So I provide some resources that you, hopefully if you're interested in this and want to learn more, you can check out. For example, the Library Freedom Project, which is an excellent resource for all libraries and anyone in any kind of information environment. But that being said, I can definitely provide more resources on these issues, or we can talk about that more. I can share some more of my thoughts there. This is an area that I'm very passionate about and I think is really important. So let me know if you need more resources on that. So let's look ahead to week 4. We are looking at all things related to change. So this is just issues regarding change management, changing technologies and spaces in libraries, and how as a manager or a leader of a library environment, you can help your staff navigate change, which is a really important role. So I want to just pop into our course and give you a quick look here at some of the things that we're going to be looking at this week, just because there's a few different things to look at in week 4, and I want to make sure you can navigate that okay. So we do have another lecture this week on technology and change. And then in addition to your textbook readings, Evans and O'Leary chapters 9 and 18, there's this case study here, Changes in an Academic Library, that you want to definitely make sure you read, because that's part of something that you'll have to address in your assignment with this week, which is a worksheet on change management. So this is just kind of a cut and dry Microsoft Word document that you're going to be filling out. But before you fill out that Word document, you are going to be watching a webinar. So it's here under Change Webinars, and you've got 3 different options from OCLC Web Junction, which is a really great resource for any kind of library professional development topics. They're all free. You do have to create an account in order to watch one of the videos. But you've got 3 options here. One's about technology, very similar to what we've been talking about in this week's lecture. Then the second option is the idea of sort of evolution and change and why it's important for innovation. This is a really good one if you're interested in especially how technology and kind of new services can influence change in the library system. And then finally, the bottom one is about innovation again, but for more smaller library environments. So if I know there's some of you that are working in smaller public libraries, that would be a really excellent one. You can watch all of them if you want to, but the worksheet is just for one specific one. So when you're ready to do that, after you've watched that, then you've got this worksheet here that you're going to fill out. And again, it's pretty simple. So just let me know if you've got any questions. And as you navigate through this week's materials, just think about how you as either a library staff member or a library school student, or even just, a person in going through your life, how change has affected you, and then try to transfer that and think about what that might mean for staff that you're managing or leading. So if you have other thoughts or questions or reflections, please put those in the discussion board post and let me know if you need to talk anything more. Okay, take care.